Welcome back to Nightmine Live. Glad to see you in the office again. Tonight's topic is Act 1 of Hollow Birds, the new original project by the creator of the Ted's Caving Journal found footage adaptation, Alex of Alex Archives. And we had a certified dev and chat night because Alex turned up just as we got going, which allowed a little Q&A and director's commentary throughout. It was an excellent project, excellent time, and I do hope you enjoy. Okay everybody, so, as I mentioned earlier, this is an original project from the creator of Ted's video Caving Journal, that adaptation that I did cover over on Nightmine, and they are a superb creator with great understanding of the approach that is needed for found footage, handheld style, especially when you're doing it for fear and tension. We've already gone over just the first two of these on one night back when we were just checking out updates on things, but here we're going to do the whole roll. Here we go. Starting off with the entry, New Teeth. Right away, massive props for using the DVD like loading menu or screensaver. Nobody does this. Everybody uses tapes. Nobody uses DVD stuff. And just to have this again, it immediately puts you back in time in the best kind of way. Everybody knows the feeling of sitting back and watching the DVD logo float around the screen, praying that it perfectly strikes a corner. The following footage contains disturbing material. The first recorded case of a supposed successful conversion. Buyer consideration is advised. See, that's different right off the bat. We're dealing with a customer, potentially, here. So this is from T Chemical, coming from the perspective of a seller about a supposed successful conversion. Conversion how? We're gonna see. Subject has been labeled as such, Exhibit 10. So this is fun. Right now, we know for a fact that we are dealing with a DVD containing this recording, right? So automatically, we're kind of out of that sense of analog anything. However, we're still in this aspect ratio 4:3, which continued to be the format for a while, even when it switched from analog to digital, because we still had a lot of digital cameras back then, and we kept that square aspect ratio. 1920 by 1080, the 9:16, is only sort of a recent thing. This was still dominant during the transition period. So it makes sense that you're seeing this. If you're seeing the square like this, never completely assume that it is analog. It could very much be the case we're seeing here, where it is the early phase of adaptation into digital. Anybody else love the color grading here? Because I sure do. So for this, I really want to point out one of the immediate differences from what we're seeing to a lot of other projects that utilize found footage. Okay? Everything is moving. Have you understood that already? It might be coming across to you already that things are just moving because we are with a character who is on the job, who is in a situation, very well aware of the situation. And their whole idea here is that they need to perform their job, but also their recording. The recording is secondary. It actually, Alex, as in Alex Archives, Alex, all one take. Because that sounds like a comment from somebody who knows. Devin chat? Yes, no, maybe. Hi, I saw the Twitter post. Very excited. Welcome on in, Alex. Welcome on in once again to Nightmind. Thank you for making amazing work. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Yes, salutes. Salutes to the creator. Dev in chat. We love to see it. Welcome on in. Now, naturally, you're in the cage here with us. So if I got something to say, I gotta say it. But your record so far is literally no notes. And I expect that's gonna continue. So, all one take. That's amazing to observe. All one take is very difficult, but when you pull it off, the result is fantastic. And that's what we're seeing here. I really want to emphasize that there was an understanding of this is a character performing a job in a very specific scenario. The camera just happens to be on because it must. And we're witnessing all of their actions, very quick, very to the point. That is the headspace that creators must be inside of whenever they're making stuff like this. Okay? Yes, you understand that you are recording something that needs to be viewed. However, it's gonna come out better. We're gonna buy it better if you get inside the character headspace and stay there. We can see how much the character is on point with what it is that they're doing. They're out here, they're supposed to be searching, the pace is quick, they're really moving forward on everything going on. The audio is good. Remember how during Tangivirus Saga we were discussing how the audio very clearly was not coming from the camera during the walkthrough? Here we can tell it's all on location. It's all from this one camera. And while there is nothing to see yet, we're getting a move on here. Another point that I want to jump in here, because this is very observable. With all the speed that is going on with walking around in the woods like this, to a point, following an objective, looking for something, the moment at which we slow down with a character is the moment that we're going to lean in more as the audience. It has our attention, and emotionally, mentally, we are on pace with the character. The point at which they start honing in on whatever they might be observing, we're going to follow with them. Had they just been walking around, it would be the reverse situation, where they're walking, getting bored, and we would be waiting for something to home in on. However, here, our attention is completely with them, and it's a slowdown that is going to cause us to lean in. The difference between the two scenarios is we're not waiting for something. We're not bored. See? Now we've got something. Okay, let's observe this right here. What Alex just said right here above my head. Used DaVinci Resolve for the effects, free software for those who want to try, learned everything from YouTube tutorials. Chat, what have I said time and time again about the shit that you need is free? There's no better endorsement than that right here, right now. Thank you, Alex. You proved my point. This shit is free, guys. Get it and teach yourselves. The tutorials are out there, man. All of them. And if it's not in a YouTube video form, then somebody on a subreddit somewhere had a question like you have had at some point in time, and then somebody more proficient answered it, and you can follow those guides. This shit's free. Actually apply yourselves. Amazing things can happen. Thank you. Alright, so now we have spotting of another person looking for whatever it is that they're looking for, the subject. That sound is picking up a lot. So this is kind of the same lesson from Ted's Caving Journal that I was really going on about in my video when it comes to sound and how powerful sound can be for elevating a situation, creating a mood, and playing with the emotions. Alex said, kind of windy that night, not gonna lie. Yes, but it really worked here. You kept all of that. And if you amplified it, even better. So now we have plenty of slowing down. And wow, you see? And now the body's gone. And that one's gone too. But the light is left behind. Don't you just love the reactions? Where monsters roam, a different kind of game park. Alright, we got a lot to tackle when it comes to this. So there's so much to love and praise about this. Starting with, right, we gotta catch, here we go. So we catch sight of this body. And if you pay close attention, you'll notice that arm looks a little fucked up. That looks pretty broken. That is somebody laying down face up. Their head is turned away, but the arm is busted. That's like bent back. So that is already beaten up. Now, what happens after this? Immediately we have a reaction by the character, and then they look back and the body's gone. So now they're very cautious. And I'm waiting to see when the hit comes with the sighting of the creature. It's funny how we have the sliding stone sounds. Actually, that's reminiscent of Ted's Caving Journal. I really like that approach. Just learning how much that can be very effective. And it almost feels like a callback. So we know that there's a threat. We see the evidence. We see the body vanish. And now there's panic. Because now the character realizes they're in their trouble. We already established the other guy earlier by seeing him. That was set up on purpose. We have to have notice of the other guy. Then, after it's established that there is a threat within the vicinity, this occurs off in the distance. And this is very well played because it is dark. The only thing that we could reliably see in this scenario is the flashlight. You don't have to really go ham for this in order to sell it. You just need to wave that flashlight around convincingly and scream until such a moment that you have to lay still. Like so. It also wasn't overplayed. It was a nice short clip in order to illustrate they're being attacked and now they're dead. So now naturally we gotta get up close and approach that body. I love hearing about this behind the scenes and how it was done. Alex says, body is practical. Buried my friend's legs in the dirt and covered it with leaves. Beautiful. Yeah, and we can see here. Look at that. Just the perfect touch right here to illustrate that is the person that is now in half. And it's still dark enough that it sells the idea without you questioning it too much. All you do is catch a touch. So this is an excellent piece here where we have everything set up to sell the idea. But it's not overexposed that we're really trying to take it in too much, and then we realize that we don't believe what we see. We believe what we see, and it is impressive. It gives us what we need. And then there's that. It happens so fast. It's so well crafted, and it happens so quickly. Like, wow, look at that shit. Especially when we have a moment to stare at it. That's a whole hand. Look at that thing. Attached to like a whole creature we can get the outline of. And then in motion, sold it so well. So well. Now, I do have to ask, Alex, is that practical or is that 3D? Is that something like Blender? Or did you manage something practical? Because I'll be floored if you tell me that's practical. Everything is practical. How the fuck? How? I mean, you have a Patreon that helps explain these things for people who want to know. So I'm not gonna shake you down to tell us, but I'm kind of floored here that that's practical too. Amazing. Like Depressor just said, legend. So then we're on the run, right? We're running from the monster. And this is kind of a classic you idiot situation from the audience perspective, because the character slows down as they get towards safety. So Alex says it looks like one continuous take, but there are about 5 to 6 total shots, and it's easy to cut between them due to the darkness and motion blur. Yeah, you took advantage of the moments where you could get away with the cuts. Very nice. And that would have been needed for something like this. But here, this is perfect because the headlights were left on so that the character could see. I'm guessing, Alex, you knew for dramatic effect and just running it through in your head, you knew there's gonna need to be on the return that moment of I see the light in the distance, the light at the end of the tunnel being the headlamps here. Approaching those, seeing them, getting on track to get back to the vehicle. But then the fool slows down. We know they shouldn't have slowed down. Yes, so yeah, see, because it's perfect dramatic purposes. In your mind's eye, you can visualize this stuff. You see how this is gonna work out. Like, that really works for this. But then they slow down. And then we get this gorgeous sequence. The wind chimes are mysterious. We're gonna have to find out later what those wind chimes are about. But in terms of effect, I want to particularly, beyond the obvious, applaud restraint here. Because nothing was overshown and nothing was overplayed. Once again, there's a sense of restraint, of being exactly enough, especially for the situation. We get a flash of the jaws. We get some screaming and flailing, followed by the snap, the death, the hanging, the drop, the blood trail. Nothing is excessive. It's exactly what it needs to be. And because it's exactly what it needs to be, it's more impactful and it plays more to the reality of the situation and impresses that upon us. Now, going into the obvious factors of this, wow, holy shit! Who held you up and managed to snap you like that? That's the thing to me. My first guess is not held up, grabbed onto something and then pulled up. Like physically pulled yourself up on something just out of reach. Not a forklift, no. But in such a position that we don't need to see anything there. Like a branch, something. Some kind of lift. No, not 2 forklifts. There is a tree branch you can't see. Perfect. There you go. It was that simple, guys. This is why I hop on things like this, because it really can be this easy. You found a tree branch. You grabbed, you held on, you struggled on camera, and then you dropped. Perfect. Blood spill. And you have the perfectly placed lighting here, bright as hell to help obscure the scene in a truly realistic fashion to sell it. Not only that, but the composition is great. Like, truly, I love the composition of this shot. Because you have the center focus of the truly bright lighting. You have your character here just off screen, struggling. It's actually in thirds. Everything here seems to play by the rule of thirds. And then we have this little hint of what's going on here, and a return to the DVD menu. All in all, thoroughly effective entry. Very good horror. Great understanding of the realistic touches that are needed for this sort of thing. And it gives us so much information while people barely spoke. Like, what kind of talk did we have? We had a little bit of talk at the beginning over the radio. That's it. That's all we get. And we understand some of it. The rest of it will make sense of that later as we gain information. This is a no-notes kind of video. The only thing that I can comment on is how much I love it. It gets in, it accomplishes the mission, it gets out. That's how this is done. And again, look at how much was accomplished with very little. As for the practical effects, I think it, again, would be a case where if we learned precisely how they were done, we would realize, oh, well, I don't need to be a Hollywood studio to do any of that. You know? Thank you, Alex. Thank you for making this. Thank you for showing people how it's done, too. And there's plenty more. There's plenty more, because this is just the first part of this series. So let's keep rolling on here. Log 1, drawings. The audio is on, don't worry, it's just that nothing is actually coming through yet.
Hey Anna, here's today's drawing. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'll send pictures. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. Still struggling to sleep. Anyways, I hope you had a nice day today. Yeah, I love you. Bye.
So you all saw that, right? With the note. I think this is drawing number 65R, but in the subtitles we do have a correction of 56. And we have a tiny little hint about what time this is taking place. Because as so many have pointed out, here he was watching Smosh. So that helps put a date on things. So we've got this character here talking to Anna, I believe it was.
Hey Anna.
Yep. Hey Anna. About dreams he's having.
Here's today's drawing. Just, yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well.
At least I believe it's dreams, according to this.
But, I'll send pictures. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. Still struggling to sleep. Anyways, I hope you had a nice day.
But that's why I believe it's that clue of still struggling to sleep. Immediate impression upon what's happening here, because we recognize that hand, and it's maybe the hand that we just saw from the previous footage, maybe not, but it's a drawing, and there have been a line of drawings, 56 according to the subtitle or the closed caption. It's a hell of a picture. And so we have to ask where this is coming from. So that's what we can piece together, everybody, about what's going on so far, is that we have subjects, we have this person here who might be having trouble sleeping due to nightmares, which involve seeing creatures. I'm guessing this is related to the creature that we just saw in the opening sequence. That's just a guess, though, based on the beginning information. And there's been a lot of these drawings, and he's talking to Anna about what's going on here. And he's got love for Anna. So Anna might be not somebody in a professional capacity, but a family member or partner. And we will see as we continue. Crystal Jenny says, my immediate thought is the drawing is some kind of therapy journaling. Didn't the beginning of the last tape say something of a successful conversion? Yes. That's exactly what I'm thinking here, is that this is therapeutic. So let's go on. Oh, look at that preview.
Okay, I know you're not going to like this, but I may have uploaded the last video to this broadcasting site called YouTube, and some people actually responded to the video of the drawing, so I kind of wanted to just show you that I'm sorry. So
okay, fuck what I was gonna say, let it roll.
I don't know if you've ever used YouTube, Anna, but it's essentially the site where you can upload a video and people can just watch it and say stuff. So yeah, let's see what they said. The first one is trash camera quality. Okay, sorry my BlackBerry isn't good enough for you. Someone else asked, what is this drawing from? Looks cool though. Someone thinks the drawing is cool. Thanks for the nightmare, Theo. I know you asked for an update last week.
You didn't. Alex, before I go typing stuff into the address bar, did you really? Because there's no way BlackBerry still has a site, right? No, I didn't. Okay. Alright. Because I was about to say, there's no way, because that site has got to be parked still.
You asked for an update last week. Nothing's changed. It's still just something.
Okay, they do, but it's not that. This is an old error code for image not found when playing a video. That's incredible. Hell yes.
Watching me. That new medicine you sent is kind of helping, but drawing definitely still works the best. Yeah, that's about it. I'll send a picture of last night's drawing to you just now. Anyways, hope you're having a good day. Call you later. Bye.
So now you know I've got to ask, are you using a real BlackBerry to record this? Is it authentic? I found my old one, but it didn't work anymore, so no. Oh, but you actually looked. That's what I really got to applaud, is you did look for it. You tried to be completely authentic, and clap that up. Major applause for that one. Whoa. Okay, wow. So at the end we hear the heavy breathing, bird song, and then a knock. But I love the effort that went into this to record not only to the look of the day and the style of video you were hoping to use, mentioning what it actually is, but the entire mock-up here of YouTube's old websites. Like, this goes beyond the touches that you were using in order to put a date on here for us to understand in the setting. This is above and beyond.
It's essentially the site where you can upload a video and people can just watch it and say stuff. So, yeah, let's see what they said. The first one is trash camera quality. Okay, sorry my BlackBerry isn't good enough for you. Someone else asked, what is this drawing from? Looks cool though. Someone thinks the drawing is cool. Thanks.
It's truly above and beyond the Call of Duty to do something like this, with an Easter egg to Ted's Caving Journal in the next one. Cool. Oh, Floyd's Tomb! MP4, there it is! Oh my god, you've even got the evolution of dance. One of the first viral videos. Is there anything important in the pinned sites? Let's see. Not that I can see. Stonecrowd23 lol 1818. Thought there'd be something. But, alright. Oh, video descriptions, right. Nothing. Alright. That's okay. It's a reference to something else, not an account on YouTube. Alright.
Okay, I know you're not gonna like this, but
So, this changes things around for us, for the situation, because we've got this character uploading to the internet, the very early YouTube, around 2007, for what's going on with him. I have no idea what's going to happen as a result of that, but I am highly interested. And again, so much love for this effect of mocking up old YouTube. Like, this is straight up a digital horror story approach, and I am so about it. Going above and beyond the Call of Duty here for it, too. Because you could have stopped at the mention of the BlackBerry, but the fact that you uploaded this and then showed us the page. Fantastic. We gotta see how this develops. Let's keep going. You took my note on digital horror when reviewing Ted's Caving Journal. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I love what I'm seeing here for it. It really is incredible. Like, you really did go the distance here with this, and it adds so much. I can't wait to see what you do with this. So now we actually have the timestamp here. We've had the timestamps before. It's just, I think I was too plugged in to really notice. But August 13th, 2007.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. Sorry for calling a bit early today.
No, it's not a problem.
Yeah, so, a guy came knocking yesterday, delivering some boxes. He didn't say where he was from, even though I asked. He said I should call you. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah. It's our old stuff from Nurturing Souls.
Our children's home?
Yeah, they closed down a few weeks ago, and they called me asking if we wanted our old things. And I gave them the house's address, and I forgot all about it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, you can just put them somewhere for now, and I'll unpack them when I get home next month.
No, I can unpack them. I've kind of already started.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Because you really don't have to. I know that, like, you don't have the best of memories from the
I know.
No, that'll be fine.
Yeah, no, sure, I'll do that right now.
Find anything interesting?
Not really. Just some of our old, like, documents and books and stuff.
Okay, chat, let's take a moment here, and I'm gonna pop quiz you. Why are we experiencing these glitches? Jan, memory error. To hide certain info. As a creator, yes, it's to hide certain info. However, from the justification standpoint, why are we experiencing these glitches? Slender Man, Alex says, no, Alex, no! Alex, no, it's too soon. No, it's not too soon. Scratches on the disc. Scratches on the disc is not a bad idea if we were still reviewing the DVD. But, because the video files are old, well, she just said she has memory issues. Is it with the memory? Could be that. Faulty hardware. Thank you, Gemakai-kun. Alex laid the justification for this in the last video. The BlackBerry video code error shows us that this is not reliable tech that this character is using for his recordings. Therefore, we don't need paranormal circumstances to inform us why we are having incidents of glitching so that we don't get all of the information. We have a tech error that we have already been shown to understand that this is going to be faulty hardware. We have justification baked right into a very natural flow. Very good. Very, very good. It doesn't need to be Slender Man. It's not that radiation. It's just the fact of it's a BlackBerry, and this BlackBerry is not so great. That's it. That's all we needed. So, by that, the creator now has license to go ahead and cut out segments or stop things cold for the sake of mystery. Why? Because you can't explain it away. You can't beat the crap out of your footage with it, because if you overplay it, you overplay it. But we understand.
I think this is my old kids' drawings. Damn, I forgot about this. There's some of her old clothes, some of her old toys as well. Here's your old cowboy hat that she used to wear all the time.
Oh, please keep that. Please keep it for me, please.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll probably give some of this stuff a clean though, because
Okay, that's a nice humanizing touch. I have no idea if that's going to come back in later, but that is cool, because when you're doing stuff like this, you want to have those humanizing touches for your characters. Obviously, there are little bits of fat on the meat of whatever it is that you're doing, unless the point is to create something that is far more humanizing and more character-driven for your story. And all stories should be character-driven. Don't mistake what I just said for license to have something that is not driven by characters who are people. But the more that we have little bits of seeing that they are people, the more we have an empathetic foothold and attachment to them. We care about stories if we care about who's inside them.
it's all kind of dirty and dusty.
Yeah. Well, thanks for getting the boxes and
Yeah,
everything.
it's not a problem. And it was a joke. I was joking, okay?
Okay. If you say so. Well, listen, I gotta get back to work. I'll call you later, okay?
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. Thanks for answering.
Of course. Okay, I really gotta go now.
Chat, isn't it refreshing that for once in like 4 years, we have a character discovering a CD or DVD instead of an old tape? An old tape that we never see? That we literally have a person in front of us picking up the old media container and it's not a VHS? That's 2 victories right there. We see it happening and it's not analog media. Incredible. I'm not sure that this character here is aware they left the recording going. 4:11, 5:37. I think he forgot that it was running, which would really justify this reaction being on camera.
Come on, pick up.
Hey, sorry,
Hey.
I'm a bit busy right now. I'll call you later.
No. Did you get the pictures I sent you?
Listen, I really can't talk right
Yeah,
now.
Anna, did you get the pictures I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Listen, this is exactly why I didn't want you looking for our old stuff in the first place.
Anna, why don't I remember this?
We've been through this before. You dissociate.
No. Okay, then what do you remember?
Now is not the right time.
Would you, no, you're in the pictures. Please, just tell me. Anna, please.
I'm sorry, okay?
Anna, please.
I really can't talk right now.
No, just tell.
Look, I will call
Anna.
you later, okay?
Anna.
Take a trip into the past. Well, that's certainly what happened here. There's the hat. Oh, the gator. My son's 7th bestest birthday. October 94. My son's 7th bestest birthday. So we learned a lot about these characters here. They are brother and sister. It's not a therapist, although there can still be a therapy angle. They were orphaned, and they ended up at a home. The material that he's collected here is from the home. I expected this, as Alex is saying, real childhood photos of me. Be nice, please. Well, you were 7, so we can forgive wearing Crocs. We can forgive that. You know, it's funny, Alex. It seems almost as if you knew exactly what your future would be here. Getting on camera. Doing bold things. With that alligator or actual croc in the background. That is a fun picture, though. Excellent utilization here. Yeah, one of the small continuity errors I hate are the Crocs. It's alright. It's alright. Most people won't actually catch that. Now, as I was saying here, with the possibility that he forgot the camera was rolling, we have a readjustment here immediately for the next sequence.
Come on, pick up.
And what's occurring here? We have another call. So it feels as if the camera was set up for the initial call, because that just seems to be what he's doing, is whenever he calls or checks in, he records it. Forgot the camera was rolling while going through the old stuff and having a lot of good nostalgia, but then instant heartache. Right? and then that constitutes another call. So he reaches out to start a new recording because now the call is on. But it allowed us to catch what came before it. Maybe the sister has custody of him and that's why she sends the meds. Crystal Jenny says, also, these videos with Anna and R are in August 2007, before the monster attack we saw, which was in November. Good job timelining that. Also, the conversation has him asking, why don't I remember this? Which is another reason why recording would be a motivation. Very good. Because we do have established ideas before, via Marble Hornets, actually, where the entire idea behind recording, past a certain point, is amnesia. You can catch up with what literally happened if you're recording it if you keep having issues of remembering things. And they had to do that because, yes, Slender Man was knocking out their memories and knocking them out. So if he's having memory issues, recording would be a solution. Unfortunately, we also have the element of the recording device having its own problems. That's got to be really bad. If you can't rely on your own memory and you're using something to record things, and that can't even rely on its own memory. So that could be what's shaping up here and the reason why. As for putting it on YouTube, potentially, because maybe he does want to put this stuff on YouTube too, we have to remember that it's 2007 when everybody was experimenting with this. So there could just be natural ideas of, I don't know, we're recording ourselves, right? Maybe it's interesting to people. But I love everything about this one. It really brings in the human elements. It brings in the character backgrounds without it being in our face. We're experiencing so much of this and learning about these characters and learning the story without ever being addressed directly. That's great. Now, naturally, we might have a touch of understanding that there is an audience here that R then starts addressing because of uploads to YouTube, because he's begun experimenting with that, but that remains to be seen. What we do understand now is that there's a sister in the picture, Anna. They have been orphaned by something, and going through the old media definitely struck a vein, but going through the old media also brings up a major issue for him that he needs to address with his sister.
Sorry,
Hey.
I'm a bit busy right now. I'll call you later.
No. Did you get the pictures I sent you?
Listen, I really can't talk right
Yeah,
now.
Anna, did you get the pictures I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Listen, this is exactly why I didn't want you looking for our old stuff in the first place.
Anna, why don't I remember this?
We've been through this before. You dissociate.
No.
okay?
Okay, then what do you remember?
Now is not the right time.
Would
My
you,
work
no,
day-
you're in the pictures. Please, just tell me. Anna, please.
I'm sorry, okay?
Anna, please.
I really can't talk right now.
No, just tell.
Look, I will call
Anna.
you later, okay?
Anna.
Something traumatic must have happened, but also, if this was his 7th bestest birthday, he should remember that, right? Especially if it was out on a trip. This is kind of the thing that you remember for a childhood birthday. So there's an important factor here for us to remember going forward. And who's they? Very good, Netro. Because the way that it's being framed, it's easy to start thinking that maybe the sister is involved in something
Interesting?
that has to do with this company. Altogether, excellent upload. Really helped establish the humanity of the characters here while developing their background and the overall story that we need to understand as characters, as audiences. We're not characters here. No, we are the audience. Whoops. animals can be almost human. Kind of feels like a reverse of what we understand about this world build. Humans can be almost animals. I don't know if it is intentional, but it is a possibility that, yeah, those glitches really could be longs and shorts. That could work for a Morse code. Yeah, as long as you've got longs and shorts and the ability to pause. Yeah, 'cause that burnt, didn't it? That was a metal handle. That must have hurt. What the hell was that sound? Neo Griff, thank you so much for the 6 months in advance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy your emotes. Much appreciated. Thank you. Luke says, does prolonged ARG/unfiction exposure cause you to see binary Morse code everywhere? No, but it does have you wondering. Neo Griff, oh, thank you. Said, oh my god, after months of watching you, and I'm finally in the live. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to have you here. I appreciate it. Alex says, my drain. That was my drain. That was your drain. Not a mystery noise. Not an omen. It's just the drain glorping the water down. Okay. Alright. Well, at least we have the answer. You guys do understand that all of the action of the burning of the eggs was the result of the character being very much still lost in thought over all of the old stuff in the box, right? That was clear? Yeah? Okay, good.
Hey! Hello. Hey. Hello. Are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Hey. This is... She's the neighborhood dog. Her owners live like 2 blocks that side. But they're never really around, so, Hey, did you step in a thorn? Hello. Oh, shame. Yeah, so they're never really around. And, sometimes she comes to say hello, she does house hopping. Yeah, she's really cute.
Ambry Christine Sky says the book is about the exploits of various real animals published by Reader's Digest in 1979. He's probably looking for a story about crocodiles he remembers from childhood. Okay, thank you for that.
Kind of my friend. And, she knows I'm always home, so I always give her some food. Yes, did you run through a bloody mud pool, hey? Wow, you're hungry.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but watch that again. What did that remind you of? Yeah, intentional. Intentional. I see it. I see it. Very smart. Yep. The big claws. In the darkness. Nice. Wow, okay, so what do we have here? We have confirmation that it's nightmares. We have another additional touch. Look at the sweat. What an awesome extra touch there. Waking up in a cold sweat, indeed. Perfectly sold that. That little extra touch, so intelligent. Good work there. The picture moved? You sure it wasn't just, That's just the physics of the moment.
Hey, I know we didn't leave things off well last week, but I'm just calling to ask, if you, that medicine you gave me, did it have any sort of side effects? Because, well, recently when I've been brushing my teeth, my gums have started bleeding a little, which is not great, I'll be honest, but, yeah, I just want to ask if, if that's a thing. Maybe your work has dental. But don't stress, I am fine. I'm okay. Yeah. I also forgot to tell you I found Mum's old camera. It was in one of those boxes. The one she used to take with her everywhere we went, all the time. I found pictures of us of that time we went to the Ferris wheel and we got stuck at the top because the power went out. Well, there was that time that we went to that old museum and you were so excited and you ran into the front of a cannon, knocking out your front tooth, and there was blood everywhere. But I just those pictures, and they my nightmares have gotten worse, and I'm starting to see them. It's all just becoming a lot more intense right now, and I could really use someone to talk to. So if you find the time, please call me back.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll prop this up from the chat. Acting. You sold it. You sold it. You're selling it. We're buying it. It's working. And again, it's the same case as always that I gotta keep highlighting very happily. Restraint. The knowledge of what is exactly enough. Not understated, not overdone. Right where it needs to be. Very good. And yes, of course, we understand that things are really not turning out great for him. Things are not okay. Because that wasn't a normal amount of blood. That was not gingivitis blood. No. That was not gingivitis blood. That was just a gush. And we could hear something like he was fumbling with his teeth. And then we have what? We have a story about his sister when they were young as children, the front tooth being knocked out. Now, naturally, that's not like a permanent tooth when you're a kid. But what is that usually an indication of? When you lose baby teeth, the real thing is coming in. That's analogous to what is happening here, I imagine. Is that if he just lost or broke a tooth, why? Maybe something else is growing underneath it. And of course, we have the medication. So the sister is supplying medication. And we don't know what it does. The best guess is that he was probably told it's to help with the nightmares. As for seeing them, we don't know what that means. Is it something monstrous in nightmares? Or is it a case of seeing their parents? We don't know yet. We've got to really lean back and wait for that one to come through. But this is really working.
Don't look so blue. Your mom is here to smile for you.
Oh. Why? Oh, wow. What is going on here? Both faces crossed out. The picture was torn down the middle, pulling an unconscious person. Frogger's mom says, I'm starting to think Anna isn't his sister and that she works for the chem company. Like it's an impersonator of his sister? Seems familiar to maybe another drawing? Familiar to another drawing. Maybe the one from earlier. But Grandma, something big teeth. But Grandma, what big teeth you have. Oh. Yep. Do you see it? The composition here. There's somebody on the ground. And you know what? It's reminiscent of the first time we saw a body in the series. Of that victim on the ground with their busted arm, and then all of a sudden they were gone. That's the sign behind the tree. Yep, there seems to be something solid behind the tree line there. So these visions might be going deeper than we thought. Is that the BlackBerry right there? Next to his hand? So would this be a different camera? His mom's camera? Well, his mother's camera would not be something digital. He found his mom's old camera, but it's gotta be anything older than what we've got going on here in the scene. But here's the thing, we did experience glitches here. Yeah. So it's not necessarily the BlackBerry being used anymore. Unless that's something else. Could be something else. If it's supposed to be the BlackBerry that we're seeing the recording from, and that's the BlackBerry there, that's a logical problem. That could be an issue. Just can't ignore that one. That's an issue if this is supposed to be the BlackBerry we're looking through here and the BlackBerry's on the table. But lacking confirmation of that, like maybe this is a different camera now. Maybe he switched it up. Possibly. I'm not gonna lean on that too much. Let's go ahead and get into log 5 at Dream.
It's like 3 feet high. Give me a break, man. Yesterday I pulled a muscle playing Wii tennis. So physically embarrassed.
Hey, so I know you haven't been able to answer the phone recently, but I know you have been seeing the videos, so I thought I'd just make one quickly. I've been watching a lot of these funny videos by these two guys called Smosh, and well, I find them really funny. They make like these comedy sketch videos, but I don't know if it's your kind of humor. Anyways, it gave me an idea. I know you've been worrying a lot about me recently, and I just want to say that I'm fine. I'm doing good, and yeah, I think I finally found something that I really want to try and do. I know it sounds stupid, but I thought that
I might try becoming a YouTuber. It's the next thing out of his mouth, isn't it?
I could also try and make cool videos, you know?
Well, you know what? You know what, R? If you really wanted to try getting in the game at any point, that you could make a whole legacy out of it, 2007 would have been the time. If I had a time machine, I would have done 2012, actually. When YouTube genuinely had a better partner program going and you could literally start making real money out of it, then you really could have cemented yourself. But lacking that,
like maybe I can do something with the drawing and then make like funny sketches, you know? I think that'd be a really cool idea. I know it does sound stupid, but
Alex says, unfortunately, I'm a century too late. You know, Alex, actually, I think things worked out for you. Might have worked out for you in the end. Might have worked out for you a little bit, just a little.
yeah, it's something I really want to try to do for once. So yeah, that's honestly that's about it. So see ya.
There are no closed captions here. Okay, you know what? We'll address this first. From Crystal Jenny. Here's a feather in your cap, Alex. This might be my empathic ass getting attached to already, but the immediate jump to him just laughing and being happy after the whole video of him not being okay hurts. The dread of it not lasting is awful. Because now we have a human foothold. We have a character to enjoy, to understand, to the degree that we can, to believe in. And that's very good for your horror story. You want that out of people. Yes, exactly what Alex just said. You have to allow your audience to sympathize for you to truly care. Creators, take notes. Stories, great stories, are about people. We need to care. We need to be attached in some fashion. Even if it's just a case of you have a character who is just a person trying their best and you like them, but even more so, you are driven by your seething hatred for another character who is in a villain aspect and you need to see them suffer at the end. We need the emotional attachment to things that are happening in the story because of characters propelling that story. And like Crystal Jenny just said, like, I'm a big empathetic sap, but damn, you really made this character likable and endearing as just the average Joe. So now we have this situation, a nightmare, except it's legitimate. It's happening. And we hear the same sounds that we heard from the opening footage. We know what's occurring because we've already been exposed to it. Why is bro purple? The lighting. But he's wearing a yellow top. So he's not the subject that has been released, at least. We know that right now, especially because the timeline is wrong. It's still August. On the move, huge scaly monsters have started a long, slow something. I really like this touch. I don't understand it contextually yet. Go a few frames before. Holy shit! No fucking way! Oh, and the way the light comes up on it. And the way it plays out. Because now that we understand what we're seeing there, watch how it plays out. Look for the flash. He was reacting to it. He saw it in a flash and reacted. And we only understand when we see it ourselves within that flash. Fantastic. You don't understand with a Q? Hold on. That is a motherfucking dinosaur. You see the two horns? You see the shape? It's that dinosaur. I don't know exactly the name of this thing, but it's the one that has that big, like, round disc kind of thing. Triceratops, yeah. That's a fucking Triceratops. That's what's happening. He heard something outside. He caught a flash of it. It's a fucking Triceratops. That is beautifully played. It's so fast. Alex, thank you for telling me to wind back on that one. It's really fast what happens here. You truly, like, barely catch it. But when you do, and you actually stop to try and, like, get a handle on what the hell it is you're seeing, you really see it. That is super effective, and just the sheer brilliance of the reaction, that perfectly timed reaction out of him, and then investigating that moment and understanding for yourself. Beautifully done. That's masterwork. And again, on the same line of everything I've been saying, you know what another creator, a lesser restrained creator, would have done? Exposed it way too much. You have incredible, intelligent restraint in all your moments of horror. You're the kind of creator who knows that when it's time to actually whip it out in full, it's going to be when it is completely earned and will be the most effective. You have excellent restraint. Birds are dinosaurs, like, actually. Hollow birds. Ah, yeah, good point. It's been 2 days. I haven't slept. It's still outside my house. It only comes at night. You want proof? Oh, and now he's uploading to you. That's... Context granted. Yes, he's been uploading these to YouTube. We just got that confirmation. Real comments from log 6. No way! That's awesome! That's really good. Excellent incorporation there. Real comments from log 6. Excellently played. Now we know there's an audience. Now we know it's been uploaded. Now there's actual reaction to this stuff. My mom's camera got damaged in the last video. You justified it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't know how that works, but you know what? Fuck it. We'll fly with it. We'll fly with it, alright? I have to suspend my disbelief a little bit on that one to justify if this character was 7 years old in 94, and this is the mother's old camera. I'll explain after all this. Okay, got it. Because then that justifies the BlackBerry having been in the shot at that one point. Does not necessarily save the glitching as justification, but if you've got the explanation later, cool. Okay, so Mom's camera got damaged in the last video. Let's keep it rolling. Getting it fixed. Tonight, I'll prove my nightmare's real. Alex, is that a real old camera? Because this is a hard look to fake. Like, I know it's a hard look to fake. I know what it looks like more so when it's authentic, because I've used an authentic early 2000s camera for content before, for getting footage. All from DaVinci Resolve and YouTube tutorials. Wow! It's all just DaVinci Resolve and tutorials. Fucking awesome. Major respect for nailing that look out of it. Because you had me going just now. Like, looking at it, I'm thinking, wait a second. It's hard to fake that. So, major props.
Hi. Hey, Mom. It's nice to... I just wanted to say that no, this is stupid. I'm gonna try to wait it out. It only comes at night, like 1 in the morning. I haven't slept. I'm gonna hide here. If anything moves, the light should come on. Yeah, I'll get it on camera. Before the sleeping night. I know this might not be the smartest thing to do, but I can't afford to call the police again, not without proof. So yeah, it's kept me up for years, and I just I can't ignore it anymore.
I love this for writing reasons. Especially understanding what came before you and problems that we have in writing reasons. Because I've made the joke before about, of course you're doing something completely dangerous and stupid. You're an unfiction protagonist. We have complete justification within the writing here that we understand for the character doing something dangerous and stupid as the unfiction protagonist. Because this character has been plagued for years by something. They caught evidence that they understand that there is in fact something out there. They called the police. The police did not believe them. And why? Because we ourselves had to really stop and catch what was on camera and understand it. And in the moment that it was caught, it had to be impossible. Right? Not only was it hard to discern, if you don't know the shape was impossible. Therefore, this is now a situation in which the character has no choice. If they want professional help, if they want authority help, they need to get footage of what is undeniable. Therefore, they have total justification of going into danger and personal emotional stakes in the situation to do so. Often, it's hard for us to get along with a character in a project who is just willingly walking into danger with their camera out. Usually, their justification is, I'm in this deep, and everybody online needs to see it, which is another factor here. People online are watching. We understand this now. That's been proven from the very start. So, there are stakes in it for three parties. There are personal, emotional stakes in it for him. There's a stake in it for the police if he goes to them again. And there's a stake in it for the people online who have been following along and said, give us real proof. From all these angles, there is justification for being that guy in the Unfiction Project, walking into danger, camera first. Well done.
Life should feel blissful, but it never has. It took my mom. If I can just get it on camera, it'll change things. I can just see it change things.
With eyes so blue, your sleepy time.
Was he just alluding to the things out here taking his mom? Wow. Okay. And there we go. If that's legitimately what he means, we have yet another reason for him to be out there. And now it's even more important that he catches this evidence.
So deep, fearless. Did you call the police for their...
So it's out here. It didn't fuck him up though. It's interesting because it looks like a silhouette from behind, but it also looks like it's possibly casting a shadow. What's got me questioning here is that scraping noise. Because it's not exactly footsteps. It sounds almost as if they are not truly alive. Like there's almost a statue's kind of thing about them. It makes me think of gargoyles, like stories where gargoyles come to life. Like maybe that's just the sound choice here. It's also moving quite slowly, which is not such a criticism as it is an observation. We don't have anything slipped into the end here. Just our waking up.
Did you call the police 4 days ago?
What? Yeah, I did. The video, did you see?
Why didn't you tell me? Do you know how scared I was?
What? No, why aren't you listening? The video, my nightmare, it's real.
Why didn't you call me? I'm your sister.
Because you never answer your phone. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Banshee Master 96. It does sound like stone on stone, and the figure slides across the ground. That's what I keep getting stuck on. There's an interesting grinding, sliding aspect to this. So that's just kind of turned around in my brain here. But yes, we have seen that Anna's been not good at communicating here. So what's her excuse?
I'm sorry I haven't been around lately, and I'm sorry I haven't been there for you, but I'm coming home tonight, okay?
Anna,
I'm
no,
coming
it's fine.
And I should have never let you sort through those boxes. It just made things worse, but I will fix that. I'll explain things. My work, they've been
Wait, what?
lying. I know your nightmares are bad, okay? I know.
You don't believe me.
But it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Those old pictures, Dinosaur Park maybe. Yeah, because there is something that just keeps speaking to me on the idea of why do I keep thinking of gargoyles? And if you're hinting at what I think you're hinting at, that's really fucked up. Then we're in a totally different idea of what everybody might have had impressions about at the beginning. And I love it. So let's keep Hollow Bird. Okay. Yep. I know what I'm thinking. Especially now. But let me see how this plays out first.
All bad, okay? I know.
You don't believe me.
But it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Ray.
Purple shirt. Was that a purple shirt?
It's not your fault, Ray.
Yep. Well-timed glitch, too. Want to make sure we caught that.
I have a plan. That thing has to come from somewhere, right? So I'm gonna follow it, and this time I'm gonna make sure to get it on camera. Then I'll go straight to the police. They killed my mom. I remember now. Those yellow eyes staring at me through the window. My nightmare. My monster.
Oh boy, you went for it. Love the dedication. Fucking A, bro. Hot damn. Extremely few people in this field ever go that far, Alex. Props to you. Few people ever dare to go that far. Is that a statue we're seeing? That's not a tree, is it? The scraping. The stone on stone. This is a gargoyle's case. Motherfucker. And that's exactly why you could get away with all practical effects, because your monster would be entirely practical effects under this rule set. I fucking love it! Okay. Alright, I thought I saw something. I did not. Alright, good, good.
Who are you?
And I did it. I got my nightmare on camera. History.
There's something outside the house.
What?
It's yellow eyes are just staring at me.
That's not possible.
I'm so sorry.
Emma.
I thought I was helping you.
Emma.
Old cowboy.
Anna. Hey! Help! 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 Yeah, call 911. My sister, she's been hurt.
I thought I was helping.
Hey! Help! 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 Yeah, call 911. My sister, she's been hurt.
Yep. Knocked him the fuck out. Are we sure about the timeline here? September 8th, 2007. Yep. Yeah, we are. Okay, but wow! Oh my god, the page is fucking
Did you
broken.
call the police 4 days?
Okay, this is spectacular. Hold on, we have confirmation it's Act 1, and that's it for Act 1, folks. Fuck yeah! Okay, so Anna got clocked by a dinosaur. Clearly. And he narrowly escapes one. Oh, I hate that. Ugh. This is how you do terror. This is how. Ugh. Ish. And again. The tricep. It's both of them. It's both. We're going back to the first one. I want to take a look at. Following footage displays the first recorded case of a supposed successful conversion. Buyer's consideration is advised. Exhibit 10. Where monsters roam, a different kind of game park. So everything that we've been experiencing so far is indicative of a park situation. Like, yeah, this is a very different kind of Jurassic Park. It is along the lines of Jurassic Park, but it's not. And we have the understanding here, through everything we know, that these dinosaurs are not technically alive. It is and is not Jurassic Park sort of thing. It's so much more what the fuck about it. And when it comes to the medication that he's been on and whatever angle the company is playing in the picture of his life. We don't truly understand that yet. Dr. Moreau, Jurassic vibes. Yeah, zombie dinosaurs. More like the dinosaur figures were set up to mimic life, because there is no such thing for them as making real dinosaurs. Thricon Chemical is the company's name. It's in the description of the last episode. Oh, property of Thricon Chemical. Alright. Foresight. Now, the visions, the nightmares, the drawings, we don't really understand that angle yet beyond the experience that he's had of losing family members. TC in the first tape, yes. Thricon Chemical. Ash Time says, from what I'm theorizing, Thricon Chemical sees the camera upon R coming into contact with the person in the high-vis vest, according to the last video's description. You're better at scouring the internet than I am, but when I searched Google, I couldn't find much outside of a real company by the name. Well, yeah, you wouldn't find a real company for this. Once the entire series is done, I'll do a full behind-the-scenes video, I promise. That'll be tight. That's gotta be a treat. The drawings looking like stone/giant scales make sense now. Stone dinos. Yep.
Just, yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well, but, I'll send pictures. Yeah, this one was...
There's a lot of imagery here that is reminiscent of scales. That's very much like a dinosaur eye.
Okay,
And this, well, this is self-explanatory, isn't it? That's Dinosaur. Honestly, though, theme park dinosaurs are fucking terrifying. So, I feel it. Theme park dinosaurs are awful. And then we've got, of course, this croc or this alligator in the background here, which really helps out the idea. Like, if you manage to animate that thing, oh no, I don't want that, bro. I don't want that as much as I don't want any of the real shit. The time had come to give the orphaned beaver his freedom. Patty, orphan of the wild. And then we have a dream followed by a nightmare.
It's like 3 feet high.
In the sequence. Crystal Jenny says, in the drawings of the woods, the wooden structure, now I'm seeing it as a theme park entrance exit sign. Yep. I'm seeing it the same. We're in a theme park situation in which I think the statues, whatever materials they were made out of for these dinosaurs, there's an active attempt to bring them to life, to animate them in some fashion. But then they're actually attacking people. We also have the sheer weirdness of a subject and a conversion and the purple shirt. So we have to ask ourselves, what was going on there? Are they managing to turn people into something that occupies these things? Like, is there an organic factor here? We've yet to see that. There are projects that have explored that idea, but I would say it's working a lot better here. I'm not gonna shy away from that one. As far as people exploring this concept, there's a lot more quality work being done here about it. Yeah, I'm absolutely along for the ride. God, just there's so much to praise here. There's so much for people to learn from. The thumbnail shot does not appear to be in the video. That shot does not appear to be in the video. Interesting. I have no notes. Again, I think the only thing I could really like circle is the question mark of, this is the mother's camera being used? Which, 7 years old, 94, it would really depend upon the time that these children were orphaned. Because, yeah, you could have the camera be that camera. If it's 2007, there were a lot more devices at the time to take footage off of tape digital hybrid cameras, because that was the thing. Like, the camera that I used for some of my old October content around 2016, 2017 more so, that camera was a high 8 tape camera from about 2000 or 2001. I forget which year exactly. But right around that time, I was still able to get conversion devices to get it on the desktop. Alex says, I don't want to say too much, but R thinks it's his mom's camera. In order to not spoil right now, I hope that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Yep. I'll take that. Thank you. I'll take it. If that's down the line, we understand the explanation for that, I will take that. Thank you. A underslept bat says, Tricon Chemicals, ? Michaels, trying to do the anagram. Is it an anagram? Was that said earlier? Okay. But see, that explains the BlackBerry in the shot. That would do it. As for the glitching, then we can understand that a little bit more. Hint, Jurassic Park. So, turns out it's his father's camera. What a twist. But all in all, I'm all about this. And the hints have been here the whole time of that strange stone on stone sound. And this especially sells it. Yep, we're in a gargoyle kind of situation, and it's totally unexpected that this is the case, but I really love that it's been built up quite well through here. It reminds me of some of the Dark Pictures anthology games, where they build it up in such a way that you understand there's a horrible threat, you have an idea that you're getting, but then as the evidence mounts, you realize, and very much so as an intentional part of the experience, it's not what you thought it was. The truth is so much more fucked up than you thought it was. And we love that. It's really, really working here. And I have to give it up for...
Did you call the police?
Could you never...
The revelation that the monsters here are all practical effects, very purposely, and even within the story, they are practical effects. That makes you so powerful for telling this story in a way that makes sense, showing elements of the monsters in ways that make sense. It allows you to get away with so much. Because it's literally just the thing. It's just the thing. You're not trying to sell us on this so much as it is just what you see is what you get, dude. Now, of course, we have the elements of whatever is happening to our character here, as evidenced through the medication, through the visions and nightmares, the incident of the sink, of some kind of broken tooth resulting in all that blood. So there's something happening here, and we have successful conversion talked about under the company for prospective buyers. It's leaning into organic meets manufactured, which is really fucked up. And so we can tell, at least that's where we're being led, is that there is something that's gonna happen to our character and we know his fate, but maybe not. What we know is that it was a purple shirt. Doesn't have to be him wearing it. We also know that Anna has experienced the horror that's out here, and she's working with the company. The company is shady. They have some strict rules about what they're doing, and they seem to be living on the property, or very close to where the company is doing stuff. And they have been monitoring, which is why our character gets knocked out here. Hollow bird. Like somebody said earlier, if dinosaurs are birds, technically, well, you have a hollow bird. It's a big old plaster and whatever dinosaur with nothing inside of it. And this leads to a very natural kind of imaginative horror that harkens back to childhood for a lot of people. And that makes the flashback with the videos and the images make even more sense. Because what's the big scare at a theme park where you see stuff like this? What if that thing was actually alive? That's the terror, right? That's the bit of horror, is if you were to look at that thing and you calm yourself down with the reality of it's not real. It's not gonna move. It sure looks scary in the bushes there, but it's fake. Oh, it's fake. Good. Now, towards the end of what the hell would this actually be for, we understand from the newspaper clipping or the advertisement at the end of the first video, a different kind of game park. What if the idea is hunting? What if they're just like those plastic ducks that you're supposed to shoot at? Or clay targets, right? Except these are on the move. Except these are dangerous. At least a little bit dangerous. Jurassic Safari or Jurassic Hunt? Trophy hunting, yes. The idea that this is not for a theme park so much as it is for people who want to go out and actually have that kind of messed up experience. What if, in fact, dinosaurs are just a category here for them? Because if you're a business thinking about how to properly disrupt something like big game hunting and all of the factors that go into it that make hunting difficult, there's more than just, hey, you fucking asshole, you can't shoot elephants. That's horrible. What are you doing? You and all your money can burn for that kind of activity. And so if you're a business, right, who's thinking about this clientele, and your clientele are disgustingly rich, and they have no regard for animal life, and they still want to go and shoot elephants, and then raise up a tusk with a big smile for a photo to put online, and not worry about every bleeding heart trying to have you canceled for it, you as the business would recognize an opportunity there. If you had the technology to make a big plaster elephant or something and have it move around on the hunt and behave similarly, right? You could do that with all sorts of animals, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, the clientele. And then you think bigger than that. Dinosaurs. Monsters. I can see it. I can very much see that angle. Yeah, like Crystal Jenny just said, hey, disgustingly rich assholes! Want to get around those pesky international gaming laws? Come to our park and hunt goddamn dinosaurs. Yep. That's exactly what I see as the angle here. I would not be surprised if that's the outcome. And it seems to be hinting that. So that's what I see here as the whole big why of it all. I love this. I've got no notes, bro. That's always my highest compliment is I've got no notes, just praise. You did it again. You're doing it again. Keep going. You absolute rock star. Keep going. We salute you, Alex. You and whoever's working on this with you. We salute you. In fact, you know what? Let me hit it.
And that day Raise your flag!
For those about to rock, we salute you. Truly spectacular work once again. Keep it up. And again, man, the dedication on the acting. Because as I understand it, you've got no training, right? You got no theater background? None of that? And now we wait.
Oh, the delay.
Goes to show everyone can make something. Yes. You did study theater, but you're new to filmmaking. Okay. So the theater background is certainly showing up here. As for the filmmaking, you're just fucking good, dude. You're one of those people who learn and learn and learn and apply and just have an understanding. I love to see it. Again, like when it comes to covering projects and creators, there's sort of a specialty to each and every one where I would go back again and again and just point at and say, that is what makes them so special. It's like when it comes to inherent skill, that makes them so special. And I will always keep pointing at your ability to understand exactly what a scene needs and not go over the line. Again, that restraint. God, I wish more creators had your restraint. We wish they had your restraint. The amount of times that all of a sudden the screen just explodes into static and lights and just volume up all the way, peaking our speakers and shit. Keep being the example for people to learn from and evolving and developing your work. You're doing it right. Thank you. What a magnificent experience. I knew it was going to be a good day. Alex, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like Alex just said, for those watching, literally anyone can do it. It's just about having fun. It's just about having fun, and it's about applying yourself in the ways that you can. And again, so much of this is free. Free video software, free YouTube tutorials, guides, questions asked and questions answered constantly. Just look it up. Take the step. Amazing things can happen. Empower yourself. Recognize the opportunities ahead of you. Like, for fuck's sake, I mean, if you're watching this as VOD, Moone barely knew what he was getting into with video editing, but he still just got his video program, did the little bits that he did before I found him and picked him up for what he's doing now, applied himself on learning all sorts of other things, and he's flying with it. If you're watching this as a VOD, you're watching an example yourself of people just understanding, I can do amazing things if I just lean into the learning right now, and then keep doing it. This is what Unfiction is about. Realize the power and the opportunity you have. And don't settle for just, it works. You can do better than that. You can do amazing. So keep choosing amazing.